What's up? It's Terry from onelusionhub. I've been working in the fashion and clothing industry for over 6 years. If you're starting a clothing brand in 2026 and you're not sure how to design clean, professional clothing mock-ups, this video is for you. So today I'm gonna walk you through how to design clothing mock-ups step by step from a beginner's perspective. Honestly, you don't need anything crazy. Personally, I use an iPad with Procreate most of the time. You don't need the newest iPad Pro or anything like that. The cheapest iPad works fine. Just make sure you have enough storage. I'd recommend 256 gigabytes or more, especially as your design starts stacking up. I also use Adobe Illustrator and Photoshop for more complex and professional designs and graphics. There's also other softwares out there like Photopea, Vectorpia, Affinity, Clip Studio, Canva, and more. All of these work. The only difference is that having your work in raster or vector. Adobe Illustrator got a vector file, so your work is infinite scalable. If you are using Procreate or Photoshop, just make sure your canvas size be at least 3000 by 3000 pixels with a 300 dpi. And you are all good. I've built over 400 plus basic mockup templates brushes in Procreate. And this bundle is including free tech pack templates. For beginners, that's more than enough. Go get it, link is in my bio. Now let me walk you through my actual process in Procreate. Here's normal what my design routine be like. First, I'll think of a design I want, having an inspiration or something to get a rough direction. Second, go to Procreate and start drawing. Next, play around with colors and texture in Procreate. Lastly, save and export. Without further ado, let's go to the first step. Think about your design. You need to get a rough idea of what you want to design and gather some reference images. For this example, I'm pulling some images online that I like. Here's the overall feeling that I want my design to be. I wanted something with the $ or money graphics with some, I don't know, maybe lace texture or something like that. For the silhouette, I'm thinking about design a denim jorts with a double layered waistband and, maybe something like the image with a logo or text in front of the jorts. In the steps, you don't need everything figured out. You just need a direction. You can work on it and change it when you draw in Procreate. You can grab all these inspirations on websites like Vogue, Pinterest, or Big Brand's website. After you got an idea, we are going to Procreate. Click on this plus button on the top right. Go and type in 3000 by 3000 pixels. Here I want to create the double waistband jorts, so I choose this jorts mockup and stamp it on. Create a new layer. Find a waistband that I like or draw one. I think this double waistband is what I want, so stamp it on new layer. Duplicate for a few times and merge it, so the outline thickness are similar to the jorts mockup. So now, what I will do is lower the opacity of the jorts layer and erase the unwanted part. This helped me to differentiate which lines I am erasing. Do it the same to the waistband layer. For those who've purchased my mega bundle, you can find these waistband templates and more accessories mockups in my membership update for free. When you're done erasing everything, merge the two layers. After you're done with the outlines, we are going to fill in color and textures. There are two main ways I color my mockups. I'll show you both. First method. You start with clean outline. Turn on reference on the outline layer. Create a new layer underneath. Drag your color in. Always separate your color layer and your outline layer. With this, you can always edit with the color or textures if you are not satisfied with it in the future. This method is fast and keeps your colors on separate layers, but when the design gets too detailed and lots of lines, you'll see, like the waistband part, the gathers on the waistband, it can slow you down. So I usually combine it with the second method. Now, I'll be showing you guys the second method I always use. Back to the clean outline. Create a new layer. Place them below outline layer. Choose selection tool. Make sure it's automatic. Select the outer area of the jorts. Adjust the threshold so the blue selection hugs the outline closely. Then choose invert. Select white. Then go to the new layer, choose fill layer, and fill it with white. This becomes your base color layer. You can start filling colors and texture on top of the base colors layer with clipping mask turned on. If you want to color a specific area like a pocket, just turn on reference on outline layer again. Create a new layer below it, and drag the color in. The biggest advantage here is organization. If you reuse the same silhouette for future drops or collections, you can easily change colors and textures without redoing everything. So now I'll be using the same method to color my jorts. I'm filling with base layer color first, add some shadows and transition with the default soft brush. I'm cropping out the waistband part with freehand tool, filling with white in a new layer, so that I can adjust it separately in the future edit. Group the jorts layer with all the clipping mask and group the waistband layer. Separate everything beforehand, save you tons of times when you want to make an edit in a specific part. I had made a pattern for my jorts, I've made a tutorial on how to create this threshold graphic effect in Procreate. You can check it out. I am trying with different blending mode to see which is the best. Erase the unwanted part. I use a brush to add in a denim whiskers effect. Duplicate for the other side. New layer again. Add some distressed lace effect. I make the blend mode to vivid light and adjust the opacity a bit. Now I'm adding more denim fades effect and playing around with the blending mode. You can stake as many texture and effect as you want till you are satisfied with it. Next, place your graphics and logo, go to Action, Add, and choose Add Text. You can adjust the font, sizing, and the size between the lettering in here. I rasterize the text here so that I can edit and wrap the text. Note that you can't change and edit the text after rasterized it. I then layered with some texture on top of the text with clipping mask. Here's another important tip. Always create an extra file of your graphic or logo separately in high quality if you are sending these graphics to your manufacturer. Lastly, adding my denim texture to the jorts. I'm choosing this T2 denim brush, color in a new layer with clipping mask, and now play around with the blending mode and opacity. If you want more depth, duplicate the denim texture. I'm having overlay mode on top and linear light mode at the bottom with lighter brightness. If you are not satisfied with the texture, feel free to duplicate and add more textures layer on top. And add as much texture as you want, you'll find the best texture effect. And the final, I'll show you here how to get a more complex design into your mockup. For examples, I want to have this jacket but in a hoodie version. So first I stamp with this jacket design. Open a new layer, simply choose any hoodie design that you prefer. Adjust to a suitable size. Then I lower the opacity of the hoodie or jacket. Erase the unwanted part. Use the baseline brush to add back some of the details. After adding details, merge the outlines. In a new layer, choose a desired zipper brush and draw the zipper. Then I add back a zipper head, and that's it. Whenever I am satisfied with it, I merge all the outline layers. This is super easy if you are familiar with it. You can do this to any part of the clothes. For example, if you want any other sleeve, collar, or even small details. You can also overlap few different designs and templates and trace it on top. When you're finally done with your mockups, you can save it in different format. Usually I love to save it as JPEG or PNG for my tech pack sending to my manufacturer. You can also save as PSD format or PDF format if you want. There's a thing here if you are saving to PNG and you want that transparent background effect. Remember to hide your background color here? Then go and save that to PNG, or else you will notice there's a white background on your mockup. Here's the biggest thing I've learned over the years. Don't wait for perfection. You don't need to be great to start, but you need to start to be great. Your first goal is not making the best looking design. It's to make your idea clear if you want to make this to manufacture process. Your first mockups won't be perfect, and that's completely normal. Stay consistent. Talent is common, but consistent is rare. You'll get better. There's no way around it. In this video, I use my own Procreate mockup pack because it's what I personally use. You definitely don't have to use it, but if it saves you time and helps you design with more confidence, it's there. If this video helped you out, make sure to like, subscribe, and drop a comment. Let me know what part of clothing design you want me to break down next.